Everybody, I'm back with another video. I wanted to actually make a deck profile going over a deck that I used in a pretty small tournament. I'm recording this literally the day before Seance comes out. I don't know when I will actually put this out, but I thought I'd make it before I move on to a Seance deck idea that I think will be very good. I don't know when I'll release that because obviously I want to test the play before I look like a fool. But this is a UFO deck. I still have my pretty crappy setup, but regardless, I'll do my best to go through the deck and explain it in a succinct manner. So first, I have 8 Cosmic Auras. I have 2 from each set that was released at the time, minus any like fan art blister stuff. But I don't know. I thought it'd just be neat to have the different auras out here. They all look nice. I think my favorite is the Nightfall one though. Yeah, I think that's the best one out of these 4 right here. So 8 is low, but if you look at the rest of the deck, which you might be familiar with, you don't need too much. You just need 1 to really jumpstart your offense. 1 Black Hole Shard. I do have another one, but I just got it. I was just running the 1 because that's all I had, and I think that's all you need. Like, this is a 40 card deck, so 1 is fine. I just think that artifacts are very fragile. The Chaos Crystal is super fragile, but these in itself 50 are fragile. They are played like they're meant to be destroyed, so I just have 1. If they kill it, they kill it. The Cosmic Auras will suffice. I have 2 stars, 2 nighttime. Let's move this in a frame. 2 regular nightttimes. I have 1 Meteor Shower and 1 Special Terra Cosmic Rain. So this one is the coin flip one. After you draw, you flip a coin. If you get the roll, you get to look at your next card and either keep it at the top or put it at the bottom of your deck. So I just run 1 of these. I'll hopefully remember to explain afterwards. Next, for beasties, I have 1 Reptoid Ruler. It's just a good card. It's a good card for offense, and if you have a lot of beastie aliens, it can really make those attacks come with some conviction. Dark Watchers, 2. Dark Watchers are actually great for getting through your deck. It'll take out all the Terras if they are within those 3 cards at the top of your deck, and it will take out any... Sorry, I meant Aura and Terra, if you look actually. Yeah, Terra and Aura. If you look at its attack, it only does 10 damage. It only has 40 health. It has Spirit, so it can't be hit. So it is meant to be used for primarily it's just its effect. So yeah, these are great for getting extra cards in your hand without using a card. It's a card effect. Next, 2 Fresno Nightcrawlers. Yes, everybody checked if I was wearing pants or shorts. I was wearing shorts. I believe it actually is a part of the 4th item list for legitimate tournaments. This is also pretty good, and if you look, it has way more attack power. 50 plus 25, which comes with nighttime, so hitting for 75 and having Spirit is great. Its effect off contract does allow you to shuffle some cards back in, but if you see, most of these cards are cosmic, so there's only limited choices. One of the choices can be actually Terra, so if you already have a Terra in your hand that you've used on the arena, you can just put it back in your hand. Or sorry, put it back in your spellbook afterwards. So I have 2 of those, that's the max. Same with the Dark Watchers, and same with Reptoid Ruler. 2 UFO, which is also the max. These are the WinCon cards, so if you know UFO, I'll make sure that you actually get a good view of it. But for UFO, all you need is just 1 of these 3 Terras and 5, no sorry, not 5 beasties, but beasties that equate to 5 Cosmic Aura and you win the game. You just have to survive one turn. These have flight itself, and they're pretty beefy. 80 health, 80 LP. So I want to show you the combination, how this deck really works, to kind of get this win condition off if you can, if another condition doesn't come off. So the rest of the beasties is literally just 10 grays, which is also the maximum. If you see the grays effect, I'll read it out. Reveal the top page of your spellbook. If that page is a basic Terra or grays contracted for 1 or less Cosmic Aura. So if these are at the bottom, or sorry, are the next cards, play this, and all the rest of these will come out. That's the best case scenario. And all of a sudden you have 10 grays. Now, they hit for 20, but with the fourth wall effect, they hit for 40. And if you have stars out, they hit for 50. A 50 attack, 1 drop. That is very, very powerful. And if you string out 4 or 5, or even just 3, one of them might die, but you have 2 that can do like 100 damage. That is a lot. That will build up, you know what I mean? With just 1,000 LP, these can end a game pretty quick. I've had this nearing or ending closer to ending a game than the UFO win condition, but both can be frightening in itself. So note that it says basic Terra. That's why I only run 1 Cosmic Rain, because if I end up running into this card, unfortunately I don't get to flip it and play it right away. It's not the end of the world, but that is actually why I just run 1, and it's not like 2 does anything anyways. You just run into it more often. So that goes for beasties. That probably just shows you the gist of the deck. Next is pretty straightforward. 2 bookmarks. I don't think I need to explain those. New beginnings. I don't think I need to explain this. I don't have New Year's New Beginnings, but either way, I think this helps more for me. It's not really about hurting my opponent, in my opinion. That's the way I see it and use this card. 2 Bookmark Blues, which is the maximum. Another great way to get through your hand and kind of rearrange and put grays in the order that you want, where you're drawing out the maximum and having the best chances to kind of go on that streak where you can summon, play, contract 4 or 5 at a time, because that's ideal. Like anything plus 3, I think you're pretty lucky, and it starts to really make the offense very intimidating. So yeah, 2 Bookmark Blues, which is the max. 1 Borne from the Earth. This is to help find maybe that one missing piece, that 1 Terra that you need that to get the win condition off for UFO. I only run 1 because I'll explain in a second, but your opponent also gets a Terra of their choice as well. So if they're running Terra as well, they get to play theirs first, actually. So I have 1, and then I have a Terraforming. So I want to be able to destroy theirs, because even though it might not affect what I'm doing too much, I don't want them to run away or get that much of a benefit. So I want to be able to give them a Terra and also take the Terra away. So I have this to destroy the Terra that I could potentially give them, or in an emergency situation where I'm like, wow, I really need to get rid of that Terra, it's helping my opponent too much, that I have this here to destroy their Terra. Also, you get to bring your own Terra in, so that's why I run 1. And these work in tandem. These are cards that, depending on what my opponent has, I would switch out in a side deck manner. I have 1 more card. I think it is the most important for the UFO win condition. For me, when I saw it, it just made sense with this deck. It's the promo card. I made a very good trade. I think I actually featured this in another video. Yeah, so I use this. I play this as soon as I get my UFO out, so they can attack. Now, they can obviously have spells or whatever, but the chances are lower. The best protection I can give it is with this card, so they can't attack my flying beastie. Yeah, again, sorry, it is flying, so it's harder to attack, but this kind of ends it all. Like, they can't kill any of the grays that equate to the 5. And even if they could kill maybe 1 or 2, and I had a couple left, I could have Dark Watchers sitting around, Fresno Nightcrawlers sitting around, because they have Spirit. They're also harder to kill. So that's kind of the basis of it. Make it difficult for your opponents to take out all the cosmic beasties that need to stay around while UFO stays alive for 1 turn. I use this to make it survive 1 turn. I have these to help fish out the missing Terras, and I have these to go through my hand along with Dark Watchers. I think Dark Watchers is an essential card. Really, just if you end up getting more Terras in your hands, there's just less cards in your deck to really go through. For Fresno Nightcrawlers, I just want to show you the options that you have, because it's any non-cosmic card that you get to shuffle back from your hand. So it could be this, 3, 4, 5. 5 plus 6, really. So you can shuffle back any Terras that you already have on the field. These 3, these 4, I couldn't imagine shuffling back in, because, well, this is a 1 of. You don't want to be missing this when it's your turn to make the win condition. This is just for emergency, and usually you burn through these 2 cards. So that's kind of my explanation for it. Yeah, so I'll get into the side deck, which is just 11 cards, because honestly that's as many sleeves as I have. So here's my side deck. First of all, I just put this in here. I just got this from another YouTuber. He gifted this to me free of charge. It's Puizo, very nice guy. I already thanked him, so I'll just give him the shout here. Thank you. This wasn't in my side deck. This was just a void spell, which I never touched. But this is the New Year's New Beginnings counter. I need that kind of hand protection, because as soon as I lose 2 Terras into the afterlife, as soon as I lose 2 UFOs, the game's over, it feels like. And if they zap a bunch of grays out of my hands, yeah, it feels like the game is close to over. So I wanted this kind of hand protection. I didn't have this in the tournament, but I feel like this should be in anybody's main deck or side deck. Planetary alignment, if they were running a lot of Terra in their deck and I noticed, I would switch this out for one of my stars, just so that I can get the bonus of drawing 2 cards per turn. I think it's more beneficial for me to go through my deck to find my win con rather than my opponent's, so I don't mind. Didn't end up using this either. Token Corrosion. I think the Radioactive Hornets created 2 tokens when they were contracted. So if there's any deck that played token momentum, I want to use this. Didn't end up using it either. There's a beam upgrade, 2 of them. It does 30 damage without doing attacks. If I ever got my attacks negated, or I needed to attack a target that was difficult to attack, like spirits or flying, I'd have these 2 for it. So I never ended up using this either, but I've seen this in like meta decks, which is pretty interesting. I did see a lot of use for it, and this is one of the ways just to get through those tricky situations. Didn't run into them. An extra cosmic aura didn't end up using, just in case like they ran something with aura destroying. I wanted to have extra auras prepared, because to do my 1 turn, I think I needed 1, 2, 3, 4 at the same time. So you don't want to be shortchanged on aura when it's time to make the win condition. Absorb aura. If they're running artifacts, I would slip this in, no problem. If they look like they were easily getting beastie momentum, I would also use this. It's basically a board wipe. I did end up using it against a near mirror match, but other than that, that was it. I think it's still nice to have Abduction to get rid of one of their beasties that had a lot of conviction. Like if it was one beastie that ran their whole offense kind of thing, and I needed an easy and quick way to get rid of it, I use Abduction. It is a bit expensive, but it does the trick, and it puts it on a Terra card. I have 6 in the deck, so the chances that I have a Terra out is pretty likely. Powerup Red, in case you know, they found every way to fight off my UFOs, and I was never gonna get that win condition. I needed to do it by brute strength through the grays. A Powerup Red I thought would be great for putting it on a gray or putting it on the Reptoid Ruler if I had a chance. Again, I ended up slipping this in my deck. Did not help me in the mirror match. Lightning in a bottle, again, just to jumpstart the offense and off of you know what I mean, a change in turn and trying to get that attack lead, I guess. Like in Yu-Gi-Oh, it feels like there's some kind of attack lead. Back in the day, Yu-Gi-Oh. So yeah, that was my deck. I did slip into some of the side deck cards. I had one bye, and I went 2-1 before the top 8, and then I lost the top 8 to a mirror match. I think I lost to a better player. I think that's all I'll leave it at, but the mirror matches are tough. I did not expect a mirror match to be my toughest match, but it was, and I lost, and that was that. I wanted to do this deck review because I think it's a very easy deck to go through. It's not that complex, and I think it was probably one of the more fun ones to go through in the UFO era. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll have another one of a Seance deck that I can test and use first. And yeah, thank you.